Every child deserves a good start. This is the first thing that you see when you pull up the West Virginia Birth to 3 website. This is also often a thought throughout mankind. West Virginia Birth to 3 was created to help the developmental delays seen in a child from ages birth to 3 years old. A Birth to 3 referral can be made by the child's parent or even the child's caretaker, such as a teacher in a child care facility. Guess what? The Birth to 3 program is actually free. I learned about the Birth to 3 program in the state of West Virginia through my cousin at a young age, who was diagnosed with a high-functioning form of autism, and I have done extensive research for this speech. Let's start by looking at the developmental delays that may make a child eligible for the Birth to 3 program. Although some developmental delays in a child aren't able to be seen until later in a child's life, Birth to 3 focuses on the developmental delays that are visible at a young age. On one of the websites called 0to3.org, they have 3 different lists of developmental milestones that a child should be reaching at a certain age. Some of these milestones may include learning how and being able to control their body, their head, their neck, in different ways between the ages of 6 and 9 months. That's super young. These words that a child should be using at the age of 18 months old could be baby, up, maybe cookie or eat, hi, and bye. These words are most likely not going to be a full sentence, but are going to be able to tell you what the child needs or wants. The CDC has a developmental milestone tracker app that you can actually download to track your child's developmental milestones. In this app, it just helps you to see where your child should be, where they are, whether they should be a little bit ahead or they're a little bit behind. The CDC website also has a large detailed list of developmental milestones that children should be reaching at almost every month of their infancy. Looking at a list of these milestones that the children should be reaching could help you as a person be able to decide whether the child is falling behind and may need some help. So when is it appropriate to make a Birth to 3 referral for a child? I ran across many different websites that all said kind of the same thing, just in a different wording. It says that you may refer a child to Birth to 3 with any kind of concern that you have. So I have been working in a child care facility for almost 2.5 years. And in my time that I have worked in this facility, I have noticed that children have been referred to Birth to 3 for biting, aggressive behaviors, speech delays or issues because of hearing problems, and even just speech delays in general, and so much more different things. When a child is referred to the Birth to 3 program, they are actually assessed by a Birth to 3 specialist or therapist. After the child has been assessed by the therapist, they will meet with the family and develop an IFSP. What is an IFSP? An IFSP is an individual family service plan that is created by both the family and the Birth to 3 provider or therapist. On understood.org, they state that an IFSP is both a process and a document. So an IFSP can help the infant and toddler develop to the best of their ability and to their fullest potential. It is also provided if your child is found eligible for early intervention, even through Birth to 3. So before you give the okay, you should always make sure that the individual family service plan is developed in the best possible way for your child. So you may have caught at the beginning of my speech that the Birth to 3 program is actually free. When doing further research, I noticed I didn't really find where it stated exactly why it's free, but I believe that the state receives so much funding for the program, so that could possibly be why it is free. And I'm kind of sorry that I couldn't find any more on that. So I do still believe that it is awesome though that it's free and you can get free help for your child. The West Virginia Birth to 3 program is very helpful and needed in the state of West Virginia. The program helps children achieve some of the biggest goals of their childhood and their infancy at a young age. Working in a child care facility, I have seen children's attitudes or behaviors make a complete turnaround just by working with Birth to 3 for a few short months or weeks even. I've also seen them be in such a better mood after learning to communicate with their friends in their classroom. I've also seen some very misbehaved children be some of the best behaved children in the class. So I personally believe in the program so much that I'm actually attending school to work for Birth to 3 after I graduate. And I believe that Birth to 3 is a true lifesaver for many young children.